butterflies. Welcome to the Q2 recap. I'm very much looking like a potato today. I just get so lazy and not wanting to do my hair, so I just slick it back and put it in this little braided bun, if you will. And while it's like super simple and easy, it is going to be like so hot and wicked humid here today that I was like, I'm not even gonna like try to look cute for you guys. So I dressed up a little bit, you know, this cute little dress, but that's as far as I'm going, because you guys have like seen me with makeup off, laying in bed, doing an episode, whatever it is. So I like literally give like less than 2 shits, maybe 1 shit, which is why I like put this dress on. But like I really don't care about how I look right now, because I'm in pain. So much pain. I threw my back out like a week and a half ago, and I'm still hurting, and it still is fucking pissing me off because I had another half-assed restful night last night because of it, and no bueno. And this is what I get for like trying to be a designer and move furniture around. So I think it's like better that, you know how there's passenger princess, it's like I'm gonna be pointing princess now and just be like, move that, take care of that. Like I think that's actually like my future, because once you hit 40, like everything goes downhill. Like when I talk about over the hill, it's so true, because I'm like, I was over it and then now I'm going down it. So there's that. But you know, it's, yeah, I don't know if I already said, probably I did. I am literally so tired and out of it, but it's going to be like in the 90s today, really humid, disgusting. I think I did, which is what I started the episode at. But I'm just, yeah, I'm like really tired. So I feel like I'm just going to be repeating myself over and over. But anyway, yeah, so here I am, slicked back, half-assed bun, dressed up. Yeah, I did talk about that. Wow, I think maybe I should just stop this, restart, get my brain scanned. I don't know, let's see. But all right, let's talk about Q2 in my very antisocial manner. I feel like I didn't do much. I did do stuff, but I didn't do much either. And oh yeah, welcome back, Egg Share. You guys haven't seen this baby in a long time. Anyway, so April started off of me going out to Illinois to visit some family out there, and speaking of designing, help my aunt and uncle move into their new place and help with like unpacking and organizing and doing all that stuff. So that was really fun. I had a good time doing that, and then immediately flew to Charlotte for a work trip, which was like so great. Had a lot of fun, got to see a lot of people, which was really nice. I went to Algonquin, Maine one day. I've been spending a lot of time on the Cape, where I grew up. Really kind of limited time being in Boston, except for like going to work, you know, which is obviously my 5-day-a-week gig, but then really not around in Boston doing anything else like for a long ass time. But yeah, so that's like in terms of travel. I'm actually heading to Vegas next week, which I'm super pumped about. I'm taking my niece to go see Lady Gaga and be in Vegas for the first time ever. So I'm so excited about that. I swear to God, I know I'm fat. And if you guys just heard the chair creak, it's not gonna break. It was just me moving, and now it's not gonna do it again. So it's basically just gonna like prove to me and to you guys that like I'm fat, but I still am functional. Okay, like this is still functioning. I'm still functioning. Oh yeah, and speaking of like fat, you know, we talk about the lunch lady arms and my thick thighs and all that stuff, but I did finally have my physical with my doctor, and I am taking baby steps with her finally to get into a specialist to get the formal diagnosis for lipedema. I had ChatGPT write out this like 7-page analysis of what lipedema is, what the symptoms are, how it affects people, the mobility, the pain, you know, everything that encompasses lipedema. And actually ChatGPT was like such the MVP in this area, because like I have been doing social media, Google, all these different types of like research outlets, and like ChatGPT was putting it in the most concise way possible, and pulled so many sources and actually facts that I did not know about lipedema all into this one you know, article, this research paper that it wrote for me. So I was like super pumped about that, and then printed out pictures of like the progression from when I was like slim thick to now thick, and yeah, and she didn't even look at the pictures or the 7 pages. So I was like, great. But for anybody that does not know what lipedema is, it is like a connective tissue disorder, and what happens is what is filtering out of your body isn't actually filtering because of like weak lymph nodes, so it's not getting rid of all the fat in the waist as it should, so that it just starts accumulating to being you know, fat that is resistant to diet and exercise. So it does not matter if I literally eat like carrots all day long and I'm at the gym for 10 hours a day, it's not going to go away. And I like, obviously, like being perimenopausal, I've put on weight too, which is the drop in estrogen is a trigger of lipedema. But you know, being perimenopausal, I think more weight has come on. That is just natural weight, but also lipedema weight, which is why, like, I'm honestly like so embarrassed about these arms. Like, have they been bigger before? Yes, biggest they've ever been. My stomach, my thighs, my calves are huge. Like, I just feel like I don't even recognize myself. Like, I'm not living in my body. It's the weirdest thing. But anyway, so the pain component of it, my arms have actually really started hurting, like, to the touch lately. But they do also call it the painful fat disease. And it really, like, I did not realize that other people, when they get their blood pressure taken with the blood pressure cuff, literally, like, they actually don't feel the need to pass out and or vomit because of how painful it is. I thought everybody felt that way. I did not realize that this is actually not normal. So I discovered that within my research. So I thought that was pretty interesting. And so yes, it's basically like an even distribution of fat, where it is different from lymphedema, which I do have family members that have had or had it. You know, my grandmother that passed had a really bad bout of lymphedema, and that is like where it's like fluid retention. So where it's fat for lipedema, fluid for lymph. Take two. Fat for lipedema, lymphedema has the fluid, you know, so I don't know. Anyway, all of this to say, I am 40 years old. I literally do not want to be bedridden like my grandmother has been, have limited mobility, as I have other family members who have been experiencing lipedema or lymphedema. Like, I actually want to live a good quality of life. With that being said, and knowing that it's resistant to diet and exercise, the only solution is surgery, and that is a form of lymph-saving liposuction. It's water-assisted liposuction, where they make small incisions, basically blast water through those incisions to break up the fat and then suck it out. The Bold Body Project, I do have to give Kylie like a huge shout out. If you guys ever want to do research, she shows pictures of like before and during her, well, before her surgery, during her recovery, the results afterwards. She's had 2 surgeries out of definitely 3, potentially 4 surgeries, and yeah, it's just crazy to see like what, oh my god, there's a hornet. Oh my god, is this motherfucker gonna try to fly in the house right now because the screen is like a little open? Okay, maybe we have to cut this episode short. But anyway, so that's my really like a long story about lipedema. I'm more than happy if you guys are ever interested in learning about it to send you information about it. But anyway, I have to wrap this up because I do have places to go, aka work. But I just want to let you guys know my entire identity, because I've been so hyper fixated about this for like about 2 months of Q2, has been about the Karen Reed case. So if you guys ever go on my TikTok, you'll see I posted videos there at Antisocial Katie, obviously. But yeah, so she is like 192,000% innocent, and corrupt bitch ass cops in, oh my god, okay. Okay, it's back. Oh my god, motherfucker, if I die. It was nice knowing you guys. Anyway, I'm gonna have this pillow here. Isn't it cute? At the ready, if in case I have to like whack it and then I run away without my phone, and then we'll just keep you guys recording for hours on end, because I will at this point drive to Denver before I get stung by a wasp. Anyway, so she's like totally innocent, corrupt, like little dick, big egoed cops have tried to frame her for this, and multiple people, including prosecution's own witnesses, have confirmed that John O'Keefe, her boyfriend, who was murdered that night, and they are framing her that she hit him with car, like no collision happened. Literally, this man was not hit by the vehicle. It is superficial abrasions, aka dog bites and cuts. you know, trauma to his head. No broken bones, which you think if his head got hit, body hit, whatever, you know, his arm, all this stuff. Blue Man Group, you guys can like watch all of this shit. The blue paint theory that was out there, like he had no breaks, fractures, anything like this to any of his bones, which is indicative of maybe being hit by a car. So it's really all right, I gotta wrap this shit up. And it's definitely a hornet, not a wasp. And my little niece calls it a wasp. So just so you know, it is a wasp flying around. But anyway, yeah, so this is like gonna be the shortest but longest episode of me just rambling on right now. But like literally Karen Reed's trial became my identity. Like I would watch TikTok on my lunch break as soon as I get home, tune in to TV, watch things on Instagram, like everywhere that you could find it, because it was really interesting to see the type of evidence and theories that other people came up with, like outside of what was being presented in the court. And they just found her guilty of what we hear in Massachusetts called OUI. There's also like DUI, however you guys call it in your state. So she was drunk driving, and that's all that they got her on, and that's what they were going to get her on in the first trial too. So you know, Norfolk has wasted so many taxpayers' dollars just trying to try her, and they should all be ashamed. They are like literally all in bed with each other, being super fucking corrupt and absolutely just like disgusting behavior that, again, when people don't care about Blue Lives Matter, this is the bullshit that we talk about of okay, it's a difference between, and I've talked about this before too, Black lives, like you don't have a choice if you're black, but you do have a choice if you're blue. Being blue is a motherfucking job. You chose to be a police officer. People didn't choose to be black, although I bet that they would choose time and time again to be black. Okay? But people choose to be a blue life. Nobody forced you into the police academy. Nobody forced you to be a police officer. You chose that. And now you're abusing your power and trying to get away with shit because you never think that people are going to have the power and the ability to question you or stand up to you. So yeah, blue lives, all the bad apples make all the good apples look really bad. So yeah, that's it. So I just literally was like so obsessed. Maybe I need to start like crime show podcasting, because that would actually be fun. But like any other trial, I'm kind of like, Brian Koberger, I'm like, he's a creepy ass motherfucker. I hope they just take him out back and shoot him like Christy Noam did with her dog. Or like, you know, Diddy. Like, I hope he actually gets some years, because we physically have seen it on camera, him abusing Cassie, like viciously abusing. So if they don't want to consider him being like guilty of RICO and trafficking or whatever that is, so be it. That's what the jury decided. However, he needs to be held accountable for like the vicious, violent acts he's been doing and the power that he holds as a male over women and the money. Like, it's just so could start a crime podcast. I could go to work. I could actually go take medicine, because my back just sitting here is also hurting. Have I been looking at the camera this entire episode? I don't know. Am I like, you know, on vacation in my brain right now? Yeah, I am. And I'm gonna own that, you know? And maybe that's why I dressed up today, because I look like I'm on vacation, because in my brain I am checked out like I am. It's 5 o'clock on Friday in my brain right now. You know, so be it. But maybe I'm gonna do something more. I say that every episode. I don't know, guys. I just am like so antisocial. I don't have anything fun to talk about. That's it. All right, have a glorious motherfucking day. I will talk to you guys soon. I'm gonna not. All right, I can't with nature. I just gotta go. All right, TT bye.